5 tahun.
Hey, what's up, guys? Let's try something new. And if it worked, in the desert, you're the Tylenol I take when my head hurts. You're the sunshine of my life. And I just wanna see how beautiful you are. You know that I see it. I know you're a star. Where you go, I'd follow, no matter how far. If life was a movie, then you're the best part. Oh, whoa, you're the best part. Whoa, whoa. If you love me, won't you say something? If you love me, won't you? Won't you? If you love me, won't you say something? If you love me, won't you? Love me, won't you? If you love me, won't you say something? If you love me, won't you? If you love me, won't you say something? If you love me, won't you? Love me, won't you? If you love me, won't you say something? Yeah. If you love me, won't you? Won't you? If you love me, won't you say something? If you love me, won't you? Love me, won't you? Everywhere that I go, everywhere that I'll be, if you are not surrounding me with your energy, I don't wanna be there, don't wanna be anywhere, any place that I can't feel you. I just wanna be near you. And yes, I'm a mess, but I'm blessed to be stuck with you. Sometimes it gets unhealthy. We can't be by ourselves. We'll always need each other. Yes, I'm a mess, but I'm blessed to be stuck with you. And I just want you.
Hey y'all, it's Conan Gray, and I just did an interview with Zach Sang. We talked about how much of an insane person I am. Check it out.
Let's do this.
By the way, hello, beautiful human.
Ollie, are you ready to go?
Yeah, he is. Video Ollie's always ready. We got Dan here. Welcome to the studio. Conan Gray.
Hey.
Do you really not like hearing your own speaking voice?
I don't like hearing my own voice. I feel like it's very annoying.
But will you listen to your own records?
Yeah. But at that point, like, I've heard it 10 million times. It's like, it doesn't even sound like a voice anymore. I'm like, what is that noise? Turn it off.
Do you feel Do you feel like you have to channel something within you to start making this noise?
No, I mean, I think it's just I just never really shut up. That's probably a part of why I don't like hearing my own voice.
Yeah, but when it's time to sing, is it like a different side of you? Because your speaking voice is different than your singing voice, but
Yeah.
same tone.
Same tone. I don't know. I think also like as the years have gone, I've kind of like my singing voice has changed a lot, and also my voice has changed a lot. I was like a super late bloomer. My voice was like this high until senior year of high school. So I don't know. I do think it kind of like uses a different part of your brain, but I'm not really sure.
Were you singing pre-drop of your voice?
Too much, yes.
Were you nervous when your voice dropped?
Yeah. Well, so my voice dropped like my senior year of high school. Yeah, and I've been writing songs since I was 12. So, you know, I would write these songs where I could just like belt super, super high and do all these things. But then once I got older, I was like, I literally can't sing that song anymore. I had this old song from when I wrote when I was 16, and it's like a fan favorite. It's a song called "Lovesick Boys," and I can't sing it on tour because I actually can't sing it. It's too high.
Why won't you redo it?
I don't want to bother. Also, I'm not 16 anymore.
Different stories you're telling.
Yeah.
Is it kind of wild to think that you have been creating stories for so long?
Yeah, I mean, and I guess anyone in life is just constantly like you always have to exist, which is exhausting. So I guess I've just been recording my existence for a really, really long time through songs. Yeah.
Is that how you see it?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's just like I feel like I started writing because one, I'm really, really sentimental, and two, I just think that I just like need to process my emotions through some kind of outlet, or else it just bumps around in my head and drives me crazy.
How do you write every day?
Yeah, every day, every single day. And my upcoming debut album, I wrote it basically all by myself, and I wrote my whole EP by myself, and I write constantly. It's way too much.
Do you share what you write with other people before you write it, or do you kind of keep it within and then write it down?
It depends. I think usually after I write a song, I send it to my best friend back home in Texas. Her name's Ashley, and she's not like a music person, you know. She's just like an average music consumer. She like listens to the radio, so I always send everything. Yeah, she's a human, as they say. And I send everything to her just so that I can get approvals of whether or not it's like horrible. But I also write a lot of songs about her, so I usually send them to her. I'm just like, I wrote this song about you. She's like, please stop writing songs about me.
What is it about her that just fuels inspiration?
I'm not sure. I have a lot of close friends that I love and adore, but I only write songs about like 3 different people on Earth, which is really weird to think about because I know plenty of people, but only a few really like make me want to write songs about them.
Is your relationship different with those 3 than everybody else?
Well, I guess.
Do those 3 people know things about you that nobody else knows?
Yes, for sure. They're definitely like, they definitely have seen a side of me that nobody else has seen.
Do you feel like they've shown that same side for them to you?
A few, and maybe not all things in life are reciprocated. So we'll see.
Tough pill to swallow.
Yeah,
because you kind of want that equal amount of share, right? If you're gonna open up, don't you?
Totally, but that's probably why I wrote so many songs about them too.
Yeah, because they give a little, but they're still a mystery.
Yeah, and I'm like, what the heck? I'm trying to figure you out.
Do you seek their approval before you release a song about them?
No, I'll release a song. I don't care.
Is that like something that's built up toughness, or are you didn't give a shit ever?
I don't think I ever really gave much of it. Also, back before anyone started listening to my music, like if I were to put out a song about someone, like no one was gonna care. No one was listening. So it didn't really matter.
Wasn't that great?
That was a good time. Yeah. Back in the day, I'd be like, wrote a song, and like the next day, I just like put it out.
A blessing and a curse because like you made no money, but also nobody heard.
Nobody
what you were
gave a. But it was fun.
You could say whatever you want and be okay.
Yeah. It was a good time.
Simpler time. Say whatever you want and be okay.
Yeah.
A blessing and a curse because like you made no money, but also nobody heard.
Nobody
what you were
gave a. But it was fun.
You could say whatever you want and be okay.
Yeah. It was a good time.
Simpler times.
Simpler times back when no one gave shit about my existence on her.
But the truth is, like, that sort of stuff builds up your toughness to not giving a shit now when you release music about other people.
Yeah, there's definitely a few just like visceral jabs and name calling in my upcoming album for sure.
And that is called Comfort Crowd.
There's the album.
There's a
I'm
room-
actually not, I don't. Am I allowed to say the name of it? I don't think I'm allowed to yet.
Come on. What I read online is
No,
that they're
I can't.
calling it Comfort Crowd.
So okay, the fans just decide things on their own. Also like there's like the Genius page.
Yeah, that's
They've started just making up songs
okay.
that don't exist. They're like, this song that Conan wrote, which I didn't write, is just like on there.
Hello there, genius. For
Yeah.
being a genius, you shouldn't just make
Yeah.
things fiction
I mean,
is not
maybe I
fair.
am gonna write a song that is what they've decided, but not so far. Maybe they're looking like 20 years ahead.
They're 10 steps ahead of you.
Yeah, that maybe the reason why we don't understand it because they're above us.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. No, it's
that's
just that they're making stuff up.
That's the only logical explanation.
Yeah,
Comfort Crowd. What friend is that written about?
that's about Ashley. My friend back home. I wear a necklace with her name on it every single day.
What is it about Ashley? Like, how'd you meet?
I just love her so much. She just gets me really, really well. We've been friends since the 7th grade. So
A lifetime.
So yeah, so yesterday. No, I just feel like she's one of the few people on earth who just like sees completely through me. And I love just being absolutely exposed at all times. And she's just we just have been through a lot together, so I just feel like I get her a lot more than anyone else, and I just can't help but write songs about her all the time. It's really it's tough for her. I have empathy for her.
Why? Because she's realizing new things about herself through your songs?
Yeah, well, sometimes I like expose her in a song, or like so she'll like rant to me about like her boyfriend or something, and I'll like write a song about that. She's like, "Stop! Like you can't do this anymore." But also like who really want? I don't know. Like, would you want like a bunch of songs written about you? I don't know.
I mean, maybe.
I can write a song about you.
Thank you,
We
please.
can make it happen.
Just like all I want is like a simple drop.
I mean,
but
I
if I get a
can't-
whole song, I'm
Okay.
okay with that.
It's not guaranteed to be a good song.
I don't care.
It might be bad. It might be mean. But I'll do it.
What? Ooh, I kind of want a mean song.
You into that?
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
We can make that happen.
Ooh, spicy.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do it.
I like where this is.
Zach sang.
Yeah. Oh, louder. Yeah. Zach sang.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna be called.
By the way, your music, all of it, and especially the most recent stuff, super, super raw, super emotional.
Thanks.
And like Checkmate, Comfort Crowd, it gives me this, and by all means, like yell at me. It gives me very emo vibes, some kind of pop punk emo vibes,
Sure.
very nostalgic. I grew up a Warped Tour kid, Bamboozle kid, East Coast. I know you're from San Diego. I don't know if Warped Tour was around there, and it was kind of like early 2000s. But like, am I onto something here?
Yeah, well, I had this so I've been making the album the past year, and I had this really massive, just like Radiohead, Nirvana deep dive this year, which I think like kind of leaked its way into the album. But then it was also like, it was like halfway through the album cycle too. So the album's honestly, it's everywhere. It's like there's like Maniac is just like pop, and because I fucking love pop music. And then there's just like some that are just like super 90s grunge, like make you want to cry and die songs. So it's kind of all over the place, but you're definitely onto something. I think also like, so I was born in San Diego, and I moved around a ton.
Military kid.
Yeah, I was a military kid, and then we moved to Texas, and I spent a lot of time in Texas, and I think there's like something about suburban nothingness that breeds a level of angst in everyone.
Truth.
I think that's true.
But what do you think it is about the suburban nothingness? Is it this? Is it the path that all your neighbors set for you? You
I
know.
think it's just boring.
Yeah.
It's just boring, and you're just like,
It's the same
what am I
shit.
supposed to do other than scream?
I guess write about your emotions and your
Yeah.
friends' emotions.
Yeah, which is also screaming. I feel like when I write a song, my brain is just screaming, and then I just have to put it down so that it stops screaming.
And some moments like that happen where you have to write it instantly, right?
Yeah. I write really, really fast.
Checkmate was 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I wrote Checkmate in 5 minutes. I just write really fast. I think just because I have a really short attention span and I have like 2 brain cells. So if I don't get it down immediately,
It's gone.
It's gone forever. So I just have to do it. People are, oh, like wrote that song in 5 minutes. It's just because I literally would have forgotten it if I didn't write it in 5 minutes.
How many other great songs do you think you've lost because you didn't write it down instantly?
So many. Literally happened yesterday. I was like in the shower. I came up with an idea and I grabbed my phone. And by the time I pressed record, I was like, what was that again? And then it was gone. I sat there for like 10 minutes just in the shower trying to remember what it was. And I just completely forgotten it.
Yo, beautiful human, I gotta talk to you about ASU. If you're considering going back to school, you should ask yourself the following questions. Do you need the flexibility to take classes on your schedule? Do you have college credits that you need transferred? Do you want to earn a quality degree from a world-renowned university? If you answered yes to any of those questions, Arizona State University is the perfect school for you. Arizona State University offers over 200 highly ranked degree programs, 100% online. You're going to earn the same degree as you would on campus from wherever you are on your schedule. Plus, ASU Online accepts most transfer credits. For more information, text Zach to 35517. Learn for yourself why the Wall Street Journal ranks ASU 5th in the nation for producing the best qualified graduates, and why 87% of ASU grads really are recruited within 90 days of graduation. Learn to grow, learn to succeed, and learn to thrive at Arizona State University. If you want to learn more, just text Zach to 35517. More information on the ASU online degrees, just text Zach, Z-A-C-H, to 35517. I've been trying to figure out how to create something to record thoughts. Think about it.
Yeah, that would be useful.
Think about
but
it.
also horrifying.
I know.
Actually, no. That's some Black Mirror. No, that would be horrible. Are you kidding? Would you really want that?
No, I always get to the point where, like, I wish I could have recorded that thought. And then when I deeply think about it or even go, like, a centimeter deeper, I'm like,
No, that'd be horrible. If y'all knew what I was thinking right now. Bad things. That'd just be horrible. Also, like, it'd definitely get used against you in court. Like, it'd just be like this big old thing.
No.
No. We're already being recorded everywhere we go anyways.
By the way, very, very true. It's very scary. I have a whole... I'm very anti-utilizing people's data from the internet. I'm very anti, Big Brother stuff, whether it be through smart TVs. Now we have this epidemic of people hacking Ring video doorbells and Nests.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah, dude.
That's
freaky.
Scary.
Not cool.
I mean, it's happening whether you like it or not.
Truth.
Like, yeah, you could literally throw all of your phones away and throw everything away and still be recorded via, like, a satellite.
But that's why, man, I believe in free internet for everybody. If you're going to use my data to sell me things, give me the internet for free.
Okay. It's a trade out.
Yes.
Okay.
Billboards. Majority of streets, they're free. They put billboards on the side of the road. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Transaction.
Okay.
I get something. I get a road. And you get to sell to me.
You get like $30 off a month, and they get all of your information.
Yeah.
All of your personal information.
But they're getting it right now already.
That's the thing.
I'm paying for you to use me to make money.
Yes, exactly.
That's gross.
That's capitalism.
Yeah. Generation Y. Great record.
Thank you.
How does that song start? We're gonna go right into it.
That song. So I wrote it my senior year of high school. So I grew up in Texas. There's just like nothing out there. I grew up in a town called Georgetown, which is an hour away from Austin.
Cool.
And it's most known for having the largest retirement community in Texas.
Wow.
Exciting.
I know. I know. Trust me, I know. It was a good time. There was a lot of old people. A lot of them.
A lot of good stories?
No. A lot of really long grocery store conversations, because old people love to tell you about their groceries. And this sounds so morbid, but like great thrift stores. Because old people, they die. They come and they go. They die. No, but
They go. All people come and they go.
they come and they go. But yeah, I grew up in nowhere land, and also like growing up, I think like old people just love to like tell you that the youth is a horrible generation of existence, and so I think growing up in Texas and growing up around them, they're always like, oh, like, you kids, like, you're so blah, blah, blah. You like, y'all are all depressed, da, 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 you know? And I was like, true. We are, we are really sad. You have a point there.
So,
But also, like, we've heard that our whole lives. Like, it's not a surprise type of thing.
do you believe that our generation is worthless and selfish?
I don't believe it. But I've heard it. I think I've heard it from older generations our whole lives. You know, I've heard, like, that we're just, like, we don't know how to work for what we've had and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
But the truth is, you worked pretty hard to get to where you're at today.
I mean, I think that every kid these days, you have to work so hard. Like, it's so competitive to get into college and to get a job. Like, it's harder now than it ever was to, like, actually live a semi-normal life. Like, so yeah, I don't believe in that. I think just the proof that like anyone, especially like in music, it's just like you get young. Everything's just younger and younger. You know, I think it's just proof that stereotype just isn't true. Like, we're all working really hard. We're just not like farming. We're just working on a different, I don't know, on our phones and stuff like that.
Yeah, you're putting your focus and your energy elsewhere.
Yeah.
But in some weird way, like those old people saying that to you kind of motivate you to like
Yeah.
prove them wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't really care what old people have to say about me. They'll be gone, and then I'll buy their clothes from a thrift store.
Well, out of all the kids on the internet, why did it work out for you? Because it doesn't work out for everyone.
I mean, I wouldn't be able to tell you. If I knew that, then that'd be magic. I think that I just know my generation really well because they're my peers. You know, they're the people I would have gone to school with. They're people that I know.
Yeah, but you also write honesty from your life and from your friends' lives.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean,
you're just normal people.
Yeah, I'm just writing about us. Like, it's so I think that's why it connects with people. I mean, hopefully I wouldn't really know. I'm kind of in a bubble. I mean, I've been like making the album the past year, and I don't really know what people are gonna think about it until it's out is the thing. And also the second it's out, like, they can interpret it however they want, you know?
What part of that freaks you out the most?
Everything.
Let's focus on the interpretation.
I mean, I guess there's part of me that's like, oh, I'm afraid they're gonna like take things wrong. Also, like, the album is very Conan, so I don't really, you know, if they don't like it, I will take it extremely personally and I will cry a lot. But also, whatever, that's life. Not everyone likes you. I have to deal with that. I have to deal with that. Most people don't. So let's start with that. But I mean, I think it's just like, it's scary to bear a bunch of information to strangers and have them tell you what they think about you.
But do you think you could feel or make music any other way?
No way. I think you have to be honest. One, because people aren't stupid. Like, people can tell when something is genuine. You know, people can tell when someone's lying. Like, we're much more intuitive than that.
Yeah.
And also, on top of that, I think it's just like honesty is the way that you connect to people through music. And the songs that ended up being my favorite off the album were all songs that just kind of like came in moments of honesty and like humility almost. And I think that's just what really, really resonates with people, because there's so many emotions that we all feel that we hate to admit that we feel. And there's things that we're embarrassed about and things that we just like wish we weren't feeling. And I think I talk about a lot of that stuff on the album. And hopefully I'm not the only one, because then I'll look like a big fool when the album comes out and they're like, you feel that, you weirdo? But we'll see.
No, this will not be a party of one situation.
I hope not.
You will not be ditched.
Maybe two. You and me.
Yeah, I'll be at the table. There's something about your music that I feel very understood, and I don't say that about a lot of musicians. I say it very, very rarely, but I think it's because of how easy to understand. Like, they're conversational records with a lot of depth, and I understand those feelings. I understand a lot of them. I mean, I want to tap into crush culture for a second. And I think this song is attached to your want to share everything in your life.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure. I think, like, we definitely live in a generation where everyone's just like, look at me right now, you know?
And no matter the situation.
Yeah.
The worst of times, people would be like,
Yeah.
selfie, corpse.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. And it's just like, I don't want to see that. Like, do that on your own time.
Mm-hmm.
And I also, like, I've just been single for so long, which has become like a meme and because I always say it in interviews, but it's just a fact. Like, what do you want me to lie? I've been single for a long time. They're always like, you always talk about how you've been single for a long time. Okay, I get it. Anyways, it's just like I've just been single for so long that like when I watch other people be in love, I'm like, I don't want to see that. Go do that somewhere else. It's gonna make me depressed.
But I couldn't understand somebody's words more than I understand what you just said.
Thank you.
I feel it. I get it. But you only feel that way because you haven't had it recently.
Yeah. Maybe one day I'll be like, yay, good for you.
But you're at a point where, like, some people say, like, you want what you can't have or you don't have. Like, you're like, are you over love?
I'm not over. I just turned 21. I hope I'm not over
Oh,
love.
fetus, yeah.
But I don't know. I'm like, life is so long. There's just so much that I have yet to do. So I don't know. Maybe one day I'll write an anti-crush culture song. So that which would be an anti-crush culture song where I'm like, yay, please show me how in love you are with each other. But for now, I'm just like, I don't want to see that. Go do that somewhere else. I'm lonely.
What about this first kiss thing that's all over the internet? That's another one that people
What?
won't stop talking about, huh?
Okay, so in one of my first interviews that I'd done basically my whole entire life, like I'd only been touring and doing interviews for like a year of my life, so I was a little naive, and I said in one of my interviews that I hadn't had my first kiss yet, and then it became this big old thing, and it's just whatever. They're all like they've decided they've taken it upon themselves that it's their job to figure out when I get my first kiss and who it is and da-da. But
Wait, so have you not had a first kiss?
I don't know what I suddenly can't hear.
Wait,
Wait, I can't. Wow, that's crazy. I like literally can't hear anything right now.
there's zero judgment here. You're talking to a 26-year-old virgin.
I that's disclosed information between me and whoever it is.
So
me and that thing up there.
What you talking about? God? Talking about universe? Talking
I
about
don't know.
the smoke detector?
Yeah, smoke detector. No. Well, I feel like if you hear
can move on.
when you hear the album, I think you'll know.
Oh.
But for now, also like I'm not like a good talker. I'm not like a great like conversationalist, which is why I write songs because they help me manage my thoughts so I don't say dumb things, which I'm sure I've said about 400 dumb things in this short time that I've been in this room. So I'll say it right on the album, but for now I'm not gonna speak.
Okay.
Good answer.
Thank you.
How often do you like how many times do you reread the lyrics of a song before you step into the studio to record it?
Maybe like twice. I don't know. That sounded really stupid. No, I don't. I usually like write lyrics pretty fast, and I usually know what I want to say. But sometimes, like I'll legitimately like rewrite a song like 4 or 5 times before I'm happy with it. I'm definitely a perfectionist, but I try not to let it drive me too crazy. Because also I think that generally like any dumb things in this short time that I've been in this room. So I'll say it right on the album, but for now I'm not gonna speak.
Okay.
Good answer.
Thank you.
How often do you like how many times do you reread the lyrics of a song before you step into the studio to record it?
Maybe like twice. I don't know. That sounded really stupid. No, I don't. I usually like write lyrics pretty fast, and I usually know what I want to say. But sometimes, like I'll legitimately like rewrite a song like 4 or 5 times before I'm happy with it. I'm definitely an anti-crush culture song where I'm like, yay, please show me how in love you are with each other. But for now, I'm just like, I don't want to see that. Go do that somewhere else. I'm lonely.
What about this first kiss thing that's all over the internet? That's another one that people
What?
won't stop talking about.
My whole entire life. Like I'd only been touring and doing interviews for like a year of my life. So was a little naive, and I said in one of my interviews that I hadn't had my first kiss yet, and then it became this big old thing, and it's just whatever. They're all like, they've decided, they've taken it upon themselves that it's their job to figure out when I get my first kiss and who it is and da-da. But
Wait, so have you not had a first kiss?
I don't know what I suddenly can't hear.
Wait,
Wait, I can't. Wow, that's crazy. I like literally can't hear anything right now.
there's zero judgment here. You're talking to a 26-year-old virgin.
I that's disclosed information between me and whoever it is.
So
me and that thing up there.
What you talking about? God? Talking about universe? Talking
I don't
about
know.
the smoke detector?
Yeah, smoke detector. No. Well, I feel like if you hear
can move on.
when you hear the album, I think you'll know.
Oh.
But for now, also like I'm not like a good talker. I'm not like a great like conversationalist, which is why I write songs because they help me make like conversation. For now, also like I'm not like a good talker. I'm not like a great like conversational list, which is why I write songs because they help me manage my thoughts so I don't say dumb things, which I'm sure I've said about 400 dumb things in this short time that I've been in this room. So I'll say it right on the album, but for now I'm not gonna speak.
Okay.
Good answer.
Thank you.
How often do you like how many times do you reread the lyrics of a song before you step into the studio to record it?
Maybe like twice. I don't know. That sounded really stupid. No, I don't. I usually like write lyrics pretty fast, and I usually know what I want to say. But
But I was on Instagram the last few days and I saw so many people at your shows.
Mm.
I'm like, what? Everyone's there.
Dan follows. By the way, Dan doesn't even follow the famous people who are at your show. He just goes and checks their stories.
he looks them up.
No, I'm
And he
talking
presses-
about my friends, and we're old.
Oh.
We're like 30, and they're all there, and I'm like,
so old.
we are
You
old.
might die within the next few days.
But he'll buy your clothes.
Yeah, if I die,
I'll
you
buy
can
your
have this
clothes.
jacket.
Oh, thanks.
It says my
What-
name on it, but
Perfect. Dan. Hi, I'm Dan.
nice to meet you. I'm
Yeah.
Conan.
He doesn't want your fucking jacket.
Hey, speak for yourself. I
Yeah.
want the jacket.
Exactly. And I was giving him a compliment that my friends were at his show.
Yeah, no, a lot of people came out. It was actually really fun. I mean, it's also really weird. I'm like, it's interesting because the internet is like you meet all these people over the internet, but you've never met them in person, and so it was weird to me that I was like in the same room as these people and like played a show for them, but like was completely unaware until like afterwards, and then I like went on Instagram. I'm like, oh look, this beautiful, talented person was at my show, and I had no idea. Yeah, no, but it's sweet. It's definitely very interesting, and like very flattering for sure.
Do you feel like? Well, one is the next album done.
It is done. I finished it on my birthday,
Oh.
Wow,
December 5th.
a birthday miracle. Very recently.
Yes. I just finished the Masters. It was driving me crazy. I finished it on tour. I lost my mind. Everyone on my tour was like, Conan's not okay.
Why? It's all. Is it all you? Because like even you only bring in this one guy Dan to write a record with you very rarely.
Yeah, it's me.
Not you.
Yeah, it's just me and Dan. There's a couple with a few other people, but yeah, overall the album's me and Dan, Daniel Nigro. Just because I'm also the kind of person like if I like a person, I like a person, and like if I like a thing, then I like the thing, and I don't really feel the need to like change it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
But also you're sharing really deep shit.
Yeah, there's only like a few people who need to know that much about Conan, and so I restricted all to Dan.
There's like one,
There's like one,
and then your three friends.
and then my three friends, and they don't even want to know. I tell them anyways. Yeah, no, but I think also just like since I write everything myself, it's just really hard to be able to go into the studio and like take the song that you wrote on your own time and then like have someone else like obliterate it. So Dan and I like really are able to work together, and like I feel like he can like read my mind and really know what I want out of a song, and we have a good time. Also, we're both just like really chaotic in our heads, and so I feel like we mesh really well. We're both little depressed demon boys.
When you're telling stories like the ones you're telling, dude, that are really raw and real, and they're just production can either destroy a song like that, or it could really heighten it and take it to another level. And you guys, every time you get it so right.
Thanks. Yeah, it's scary because I feel like production really does just like depict the mood of the song. And so if you don't get it right, but we spend a lot of time just being like, that's not the right synth. That's not the right synth. That's like we spend so much time just losing our minds in the studio being like, nope, that needs to be a little bit more like instead. But I also think like with the album and with any creative process, like as it gets bigger, you have to kind of learn to let other people help you out. So the past album has been interesting because it has been me having to learn to not just do absolutely everything myself and not be too much of a control freak. But also, I'm very precious about the things that I make. So I think I have reason to be a little psychotic about it.
Totally.
Thank you.
It's you. And if it's not you, it's your 3 closest friends.
Yeah, exactly.
It's your whole existence.
And then once it's out, it's like millions of people. So hopefully they don't destroy me. But also if they do, like I'm kind of a masochist, so I'd be kind of into that.
Got it. Hey. If Dan's friends suddenly turn on you.
Yeah, they can beat me up. I'd be into that.
Oh.
Just
You're into those
take
things.
me out. I'm out. I feel like the album like really like has a lot of just being like, I don't want to do this anymore. Take me out. Like it's but also like I think any person who like has dealt with a certain level of trauma, like humor and like sarcasm is the best way to go,
100%.
And I also think like people take life so seriously, and like sure it's life and it's serious, but if you take everything so seriously, like it's gonna destroy you. I can't stand like those like songwriters that are like, song. I'm just like, calm down. Like it's just a song. Like it's fine. Like it's not that big of a deal.
Do you explain it like that to your friends when they hear their stories depicted in a record?
Yeah. I'm like, it's not that serious. And they're like, you just told me you wanted to kill me. Like
It's just a song.
I'm like, just a song. Calm down.
But is it like a heightened version of yourself in these records, or is it 100% genuinely the person sitting in front of us?
It's pretty real. Yeah. I'm holding myself back right now, trying not to expose too much of myself. But it's pretty. Yeah. I think in my head I just I come up with a lot of ideas. Like I do that thing where like a very small thing will happen in my life that really doesn't matter, and then I'll spend like the next 4 days thinking about it and like revving it up in my brain and be like, well, I guess I have to die now because that was so embarrassing, or like stuff like that. I'm sure I'll spend a lot of time thinking about this interview and how much I hated it, and then I'll maybe spend a few days thinking like, oh no, it's fine, and I'll come out and be like, oh, I hate myself, and then I'll be like, oh no, it's fine, like they like it, like I have the whole process down.
So you know the
I've
process
accepted
before
it.
you step into it.
Yeah, I've accepted it. You have to accept the fact that I'm just like a clinical overthinker, and that's my thing.
But the fact that you're aware of it, isn't that how you stop it?
Exactly. You have to be aware of it. You have to accept it. I think I've accepted the fact that whatever's going on up there is not okay, and that's fine. Once you accept it, you're like, okay, cool, did it.
But just like a song, it's an interview. It's not that serious.
This is a big deal for me, guys. Actually, can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
Well, this isn't a secret, but I actually really, really love this show. I've spent a lot of time in my life just watching this show. But I've seen you before in person.
Where? Where were we?
At a Nordstrom.
Where?
At a Nordstrom, and I was like, that's Zach Sang buying shoes. And then I left. And that was what happened. But I just feel like ever since that moment, like I feel like we've been connected or something.
I was wondering what that feeling was.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And now
I saw you
know.
buying shoes, and I was like, it's happening. Me and Zach Sang. And then when this show came into my inbox, I was like, it's time.
Well,
It's time.
well, I can't. One, I thank you very much for giving us time and energy and watching our stuff. It really, and by the way, like you're not watching for us. You're watching for the incredible people who sit on that couch. That
Yeah,
are
I
far
can't
better.
stand you.
I get it.
I really just hate you, but I love the people on this couch. Me in particular, I feel like.
Well, you know, I don't want to. You know who sat on that exact cushion. So
Yeah.
a lot of cool people, and you're up there because, dude. You make music that matters, but you also make music that speaks to an entire generation and old people. So, like,
Senior citizen.
Thank you.
he's about to turn 30. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wheel over. Kick the bucket.
Yeah, but so is Taylor Swift just turned 30 today. Hey, yeah.
We're
No, you love her.
Taylor Swift is excluded from any malicious content ever. Okay.
Well, can you tell her to come on our show? Because
Okay.
I invited her.
I don't think she gives a that I exist, but I will tell her. No, I adore her. I'm a really big Swiftie.
Okay. You love her writing style.
Yes, I'm just really like fascinated by how well she says what she needs to say. I think what Taylor does so well is she's just really succinct, and like you know what she's saying. She's not like making this giant metaphor that's like extremely confusing. At least not to the listener. I think you know like when she wants to say something, she says it, and I think that's really special. She has this connection with her listeners that you know has built her beautiful, massive career, and I think that like her honesty and her just absolute bearing all is really what makes her writing style so special.
And you guys now you share a record label.
We do.
That's a big deal.
Yes, that is a big deal. We're so we're basically related now.
Yeah.
We're label mates.
Cousins.
That's my sister.
So
That's my mom, Taylor Swift.
do you feel mainstream business forcing you to add like catchy hooks to your records?
Oh, every day. No, I'm kidding. No, honestly, like I do it on my own terms because I'm obsessed with pop music. Like I think I wouldn't have tried to make music if I wasn't obsessed with pop music because I think anyone who's gonna enter the business can kind of expect a certain level of being like, oh, that song is really not good. Don't put it out. You know?
Yeah.
Like if I write a really bad song, I don't want them to be like, oh,